guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. So today I have a styling video for you, and behind me is a lovely little selection of wedding guest looks. Now that things are back to normal, weddings are resuming, and so I thought it would be a good chance to run you guys through a few options that you could wear to a summer wedding or a wedding any time of the year. Although I'm calling this a wedding guest edit video, these are all just beautiful dresses that would work for lots of different occasions that you had to get a little bit more dressed up for. So I've picked up a few lovely pieces. Some I already have in my wardrobe and some you guys will have seen before, like this little pink dress. Then a few of the other pieces are some new in that I had my eye on. So if you guys are interested in finding out what I would wear to a wedding, then keep watching. Okay, so jumping into the first dress, this is a beautiful little pastel number that I picked up from Millen. So this is what it looks like as an overview. I am a little bit funny about wearing short dresses to weddings. I feel like you can't really wear anything short, tight, clubby vibes. It needs to be a classy short dress. So if I'm going to do a short hem, I'm going to do long sleeves and a covered chest. That's just my personal preference. But yeah, I saw this one on Millen and I thought it was absolutely stunning. It's got a very subtle sort of like corset detail on the top. It's a lovely, lovely lightweight material. It is lined as well, so you don't need to worry about any panties showing through. And then it has a really lovely sheer kind of material up the top here. I feel like this one is such a great option if you are liking a little bit of colour but don't love colour. So if you don't want to go for something like this that's bright and in your face, this has really gorgeous colours throughout and obviously a lot more subtle. So the little kind of corset detailing here, you can see it's just stitched on with this cream fabric, which is beautiful. It actually, I mean, it doesn't emphasize your chest, but I think it's really nice to just kind of have that outline, especially because it is a very covered up piece. And then it also has these beautiful little accentuated shoulders there. So if you just kind of push them up to maybe like there even, it definitely brings that shoulder up and really exaggerates that feature, which I love. It does up with just a zip down the back, so it's very, very simple. And then it's a very, very flattering piece on. It's a little bit more tight across the chest and the arms, and then coming into this really lovely full skirt, it kind of gives that A-line shape, which is beautiful. And it holds its shape, which is really nice. Finally, because it is such a lovely lightweight material and it's lined, it has a really gorgeous kind of like flow to it. And really it's just a beautiful timeless piece. I also love that this had a injection of black throughout it, and then it has bits of yellow, it has bits of lilac and a bit of orange. I love that all those colours were over the top of a lovely kind of light pink base. So I just think it's a really beautiful, very flattering piece, and also the tones are really flattering as well. Shoe wise with this one, I was thinking of doing a black shoe with it, but I feel like the dress is too light and feminine for a black shoe. It just looked too heavy. So instead I went for my nude Louboutins, which worked so beautiful with this dress. These are just the most perfect heels, and I always say it, but Louboutin, controversially, is, I find them the most comfortable designer heel brand ever. I think they're so comfortable, and I don't know why I'm like a complete anomaly here. But the two pair, well I have three pairs, but I don't like one, but the two pairs that I do wear often, I can wear them for 9-10 hour stints and I can wear them all day. They're just great. So these are barely there little Louboutins. They just have one strap there and then a little simple ankle strap, and these look so beautiful with that dress. And then just to finish that off, I have this beautiful little Strathbury bag, which is actually new in. I have shown it a few times over my channels, but this is what it looks like. I love that it has this black on it, it has the cream tones, it has gold, a little bit of green, and it just worked so beautifully in that dress and tied it off perfectly. Okay, next up was another Millen piece, and I didn't actually realise the print of this one until it arrived, but I actually really love it. So this is a long, to about mid-calf or high ankle dress. It's a very, very classy shape. It's got a high neck, almost like a halter neck shape. It has a little cinch-in waist tie there, and then it just hangs so beautifully all the way down. And then it also has two little pockets on either side, which don't add anything to the shape of it. They don't kind of stick out or annoy me, but it's just a really nice feature to have added on. So this, as I say, I wasn't sure on the pattern when it arrived. If you can see there, it has these like lines in it. And honestly, when I took out the package, I was like, oh no, I did not mean to get that with lines on it. But it's so minimal when it's on, you actually don't even really notice it. Because the shape is so classy and so kind of chic and sophisticated, I feel like the touch of these lion heads, is that a lion or a leopard? it's a leopard, of the leopard all over it. Just brings something a little bit more young and funky and modern into the piece, and I just adore it. Also really adore this color. I think it's beautiful. I think it works with a lot of skin tones, and I just, yeah, I think it's a very timeless little number here. So with this one, you do really need to cinch in that waist, or you will end up kind of being lost in it. So really cinch that in, tie it in a bow, and then I kind of, like I've done with my shirt here, I made it into kind of like a top and a skirt. And then on my feet, I popped on another pair of Louboutins. This dress, I feel like, works so beautifully with a closed toe heel. You can obviously do an open toe, but I did try on the options, and this was a for sure winner. So these are little pointed Louboutin heels again. And of course, they are a very elegant shoe as well, which I think works so beautifully with the dress. And even though the dress is pretty long, and I would probably tend to then lean into a open toe shoe to elongate my legs, I don't think that an open toe looked as good as a closed toe. To finish that off again, I've popped on this little Strathberry bag. I just think it looked so beautiful. It's quite a heavy dress. There's quite a lot of dark colours, there's a lot of black. My shoes were black, and I feel like bringing in this light tone ever so slightly just helped to brighten up the outfit and finish it off perfectly. Next up is one of the newer items in my wardrobe. This is the most beautiful dress I've ever owned. I'm in love with it. The only thing is, now I'm holding it up here and talking, is it acceptable to wear black to a wedding? I feel like it would be, but I'm not actually sure on the answer to that. Let me know down below. Either way, it's a beautiful occasion dress. This is a silk midi dress from Reiss. So lightweight, it's got the most beautiful flow to it. Obviously it's black, so it's quite a heavy dress, but this big massive V on your chest and then having no sleeves really helps to brighten it and make it kind of like summery. So this is more about the finer details for me. It's got this beautiful little peplum area underneath your chest. It has a big V, as I say, and it is definitely quite cleavage showing. However, it's super classy. These chest panels are very thick, and it doesn't actually leave you having any bulging cleavage. It definitely covers everything. It just gives you that nice open chest, which I love. And then if you can see on the top there, it's finished off with two big bows on each shoulder, and this one does up with a zip on the back as well. So this is just such a gorgeous piece. It's definitely a timeless one. It's one that to just have in the wardrobe. It will work for lots of different occasions. More so a summery piece because it is very open and it's not very wintry in my opinion. But you guys know I'm partial to a full black outfit, and I think it just looked so chic. So with my heels, I actually went open toe, and these are what I paired it with. So these are from Mango, a good while ago, so I'm pretty sure they won't be available, but you may be able to find them on Depop, eBay, those kind of places. But I'm sure I'll be able to find something very similar. But look how gorgeous these are. These little diamond balls on a classic little strappy black shoe. I just think they're gorgeous, and I think they worked really beautifully with that dress. As I say, it's quite a heavy piece, and it is one obviously block colour of black. So I feel like you do need a black shoe with it. You could do a pop of colour. You could do a fuchsia pink or maybe a red. Definitely like a grass green would be lovely. But I felt like I wanted to do an all black look with this one, and then bring in a little bit of detail with this diamond jeweling there. If you're going to do a colourful heel, you can definitely do a colourful bag. I think that would look beautiful, but I actually just went for a classic black bag as well. This is from Jill Sander. It's a bucket bag, and it's a top handle held. Very easy, doesn't get in your way, so I just kind of hook it over my shoulder, and you still got your hands free, but it's a lovely little piece here. Next is a few Asos pieces, and this next dress I'm going to show you is, honestly, I'm in love with it. I cannot deal with it. I knew I'd like it, but I didn't think I'd feel this way about it. It's just insane, and I definitely think this one is going to be a not for everybody piece, but this is what it looks like. So I think this one you're really going to have to see it on the cutaway, because right now it's probably going to look like I'm holding up my grandma's curtains. But this is the most gorgeous dress ever. It's in this really lovely kind of not thick but big floral print. It's got navy. Is that navy or black? I'd say it's like a it's like a light black or a dark navy. It's got red tones, it's got blush tones, it's got a bit of yellow and cream, and it is just so beautiful. So it's more of like a top and a skirt piece. So this is the top, and then if I just turn it around quickly, you'll see it's an open back, and then you have the skirt zip and the top zip. This also has 3/4 length sleeves, which are very puffy. It's got a crew neck, and I feel like this is a very kind of intense dress. You know, the pattern's intense, the shoulder or the sleeves are intense. The skirt comes down into a full maxi kind of A-line piece with a great like swish to it. Again, the material really flows so nicely on this. I've just realised this has pockets, which again is beautiful, especially on something like this. I think would work really beautifully. And then I've already shown you the back, but just to show you again, it's got a little zipper up here for the top piece, and then it comes into a skirt for the bottom. And it's really nice because obviously it is a very busy and loud piece. When you turn it around, you will get a peep of the lower back, which I think is very sexy, very sophisticated, and I would say needed on a dress like this. I think if it was full at the back, it might just look a little bit too much and too heavy, and everything would be like, whoa. As I say, I put this on expecting to love it, but I didn't put it on expecting to feel the way I do about it. I am in love with it, and I cannot wait to have an opportunity to wear this somewhere. But that one is a very, very loud piece, and it definitely needs something a little bit more muted and calm with it. So I popped on this nude YSL clutch bag. It has a gold strap as well, but often I'll just wear this one as a clutch. I think it doesn't really need the strap that much. It's in a really kind of nice nudie, almost pinky tone, and then obviously has the gold hardware. You do see your feet on this, but only a very small amount of them. Definitely doesn't drape on the floor. It finishes at my ankle, but I feel like you need to go nude with this. I feel like black was too heavy, and it needed to just have everything paired with it had to be neutral and not obvious. Popped on my Louboutin nude heels, paired with this bag. It's such a beautiful little nude pairing. Let me know down below if you guys like it as much as I do. I sent it to my sister and she's like, I like it, but I don't love it. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, let me know if you feel the same way about it as I do. And also, guys, that one was Asos' own brand. Yeah, Asos' own brand. So I can't remember the exact price, but I know I got 3 dresses, which I'm going to show you from Asos, and the order came to about £160. So it was under £100, which is amazing. Moving on, I actually have a dress very, very similar to this, but in a light blue colour. So when I saw this, I thought I need to get it because I think it's going to be beautiful. Again, it's going to be one of those things that will work for the races. Oh my god, that would look amazing at the races, guys. Like a little fastener or like a little headband. That'd be nice. Anyway, yeah, this would look beautiful at the races, at a wedding, just at any kind of more dressy event. So this again is Asos' own brand. Yes, Asos' own brand, in a lilac colour, which I'll be the first to say is not a colour I like. I actually hate the colour lilac. I hate the colour purple. The only 2 colours that I literally will buy nothing of, will have nothing of. I just don't like the colour purple, and I don't know why. But this I thought was stunning. And I've just contradicted myself because I love this so much. But I think because this one has other tones going through it and the style of it is just stunning. So this is what it looks like up close. It's got this beautiful embroidery with these kind of peachy tones and greeny tones. It has a crew neck and it has sheer sleeves with the embroidery going down it again. And then it has tight cuffs, so you do get that exaggerated kind of gypsy style sleeve, which is, I just love it. You guys know I love that. And then it comes into a cinched in waist, an elastic cinched in waist, and then it flows into a pleated skirt, and it's just stunning. The skirt and the chest area are double lined, if you can see in there. That bit's not, that bit is. And then this is the back of it. So it's just a big open back, which is a very, very classy piece, but I feel like having an open back like this adds that sort of sexy, classy element, which I love. Again, I finished it off with my Louboutin nude heels, which I think looked really beautiful and also keeps it looking very sophisticated and chic. A handbag, I actually went lighter this time. I would take this crossbody strap off, but I went for my YSL Mini Cassandra, and this is actually in an off-white colour, so it's more of a super light cream. It's got no yellow tones or anything like that throughout the cream, but it is more of an off-white rather than a white, which I think makes it 100 times more wearable and easy to pair with my wardrobe. And then obviously there's a little bit of gold hardware, which means on your earrings you could do a gold hoop and kind of bring out some of that gold as well. Okay, next up are 2 dresses that I picked up from Reformation. I think I have shown you guys these. I haven't actually had a chance to wear either of them, but again, they're lovely pieces to just have in my wardrobe. I know that they'll work for many different occasions, and they're both also timeless styles in my opinion. So this is the first one. It's beautiful. It's very, very flattering on. It has a kind of rounded square front chest, which I always say I try and stay away from a squared chest. I don't really think it suits me, but this is very nice, and it's softer because it is like a circle square. It has little puff shoulder details there as well, and it does have a little bit of padding in the inside, so it does kind of accentuate that. And then it comes down into long sleeves with cuffs, and then the skirt of this just flows kind of like an A-line shape again, but it has this beautiful leg split on one side, not high enough that it doesn't look right, but high enough that it gives an element of sexy, which I also really adore. And then on the back, this one just does up with a zip again. So I love this so much. I'm definitely partial to an animal print here and there, and I think this is just so beautifully done. This is another dress that initially I went to put on an open-toed black heel, and for some reason it just didn't work as well as a closed toe. So again, I've opted for my Louboutin little heels here. Love the little point on here as well. They're very classic, and the shape of this dress, although the pattern's quite modern and loud, the shape of it is actually very classic and chic, and I feel like these shoes just finished it off perfectly and also elongated my legs as well. So I've popped on these, and these also have a little ankle strap, which I find very flattering. And just to finish that one off, I've popped on my Jill Sander bucket bag again. Like, I wouldn't pair this with any other colour than black. I think nude won't work with it, it's going to blend in too much, and a colour I don't feel like it's needed. So I feel like this is definitely a monochrome moment, and this bag worked perfectly. Again, just a little top handle over your shoulder, and it's actually a very spacious bag, so if I can find it I will link it down below. Okay, the next one from Reformation is, is this beautiful piece. So it's kind of similar to the shape that I just showed you, although this one has a crew neck, not a low neck. It's in this gorgeous turquoisey, would you call it turquoise? Yeah, turquoisey blue and cream print. The print has like little swallows on it, it's got trees and flowers, and it's just beautiful. It's kind of reminding me of like a vintage print. I don't know, it's good. The whole thing gives me like vintage vibes. I just love it. The sleeves are 3/4 length, and up here is a little bit more sheer, and then here is gorgeous little frilled cuffs, and then again it's lined, so you don't really need to worry about what you're wearing. You just do a nude underwear, and then it has a waistline stitch in there, so it very slightly accentuates your waist. It definitely distinguishes where your waist is, which I really appreciate. And then it comes down again into a flowy, more of a straight skirt than the last one, but still kind of A-line, and again it has a beautiful split up one side. And this is just another stunning piece. I love it so much. I don't think it will ever not be in my wardrobe or not work in my wardrobe. And then the back just does that with a zip, and then a little section there, and then a button at the top. This one I always paired with nude. Not that I've actually worn it out of the house, but whenever I've put it on for styling or for trying things on, I always lean towards nude. So I've pulled my Louboutin nude belly there heels. These just work perfectly. I think I've said that every single outfit now. They do work perfect. And I feel like this dress needs a nude. I think black's too heavy and a colour is not needed. So nude it is, and these are the most perfect ones ever. And I actually can't remember what bag I pulled. It was definitely one of these two. I think it would have been this one. I think I would decide my bag depending on the occasion. So if it's something a little bit more smart, I'd probably go for this with the top handle, a little bit more like ladylike. And then if it was something a little bit more kind of cocktaily and, what's the word? Ever so slightly more relaxed but still dressy, I'd go for this one, but I'd clutch it again so I wouldn't have the strap out. I guess that one is just preference if you want to bring in pinky nude or whitey cream. But I actually can't remember what I put on for the cutaway. You guys all know. And then only two more to show you. The first one is this gorgeous Zara number that I showed you in my last Zara haul. This is just stunning. It's fuchsia pink, it's so bright, it's so in your face, but it's the most gorgeous piece. A wrap dress, a wrap midi dress, obviously with a big V here, which I really like. I'd pop on a nice little necklace, like maybe like, again, the one I'm wearing. It has long sleeves, and then it has this gorgeous silk embroidery detail throughout it as well. And it's just such a stunning piece. I've said this a few times, but I'm new to colour. I don't often wear it, but I feel like this is just so beautifully done, and it would work gorgeous for a wedding. In my last video, somebody actually said to me pairing that with like a grass green heel and bag would look amazing, and I'm like, yes, that would be stunning. Although I don't own a grass green bag or pair of heels, so for this one I just went nude again. I also again feel like black is a bit heavy for it. I don't think it needs a black. I think it needs nude, because I think every every bit of focus needs to be on the dress, not the shoes or the bag. So I popped it on with my nude Louboutins. Have I worn these for like every single outfit? I think I have. Nude Louboutins, looked stunning with it, and just again left every kind of focus and all the eyes to come to the dress, and the heels were kind of secondary to that. Just to finish that off, my YSL clutch looked so beautiful with it and just finished it off perfectly. And then the final dress I pulled was another short one from Asos. Actually, this one's Topshop, I think. Yes, it's Topshop. And I just thought it was so beautiful. I loved the shape of it. It's got a high neck, it has long sleeves. It's kind of like this paisley print. It has these beautiful covered buttons all the way up, so you actually could leave this open more like a shirt, or you could do it up how I have now. And then it has a waist panel there, and then it just flows out into a little skirt. For me personally, this is not the kind of dress I would wear to a wedding like ceremony. It would definitely be like the after party, more casual part of it. So I probably wouldn't be wearing this one into like church. It is a beautiful dress nonetheless, and I think again it's one of those good pieces to have. It will work for a few different occasions. Outside of the wedding thing, it will work really cool with black leather boots and a leather jacket. But keeping it in the wedding style, I actually really struggled with shoes on this one. No shoe that I put on felt perfect, but I opted for a black open toe. So I actually went for these ones, which are also mango. They're just a very simple belly there, black braided front heel, kind of a square toe as well, and then this ankle strap wraps around twice. I did try nude with it, but I feel like the black, it really needs to be paired with black, because obviously this print is based on a black dress, and I think it looked actually really nice once it was all done together. This is also the kind of dress that I would probably do with my hair up in a high bun. Big gold hoops, kind of taking it into like a vintage style. And then I finished it off with my Jill Sander black bag, just to pull it all together and keep all the accessories around it being dark. As I say, that one is more of a occasion dress or a after party dress, not a ceremony dress, in my opinion. So anyway, that is all of my selects. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got a few ideas. I'm pretty sure everything on this rack is still in stock, so I will pop it all down below for you, and I'll leave my sizing down there as well. If you did like it, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.